Welcome to the NEO operational video series for software version 3.7. These videos are designed for targeted instruction to get you up to speed quickly and simply. This video targets recording groups with attribute data. Now let's look a little bit at recording groups that have parameter information. So we'll start with LEDs. So I'm going to say 101 through enter, full. And I'm just going to change their color, pulling out the red and the green, and now we have blue. Now we're going to record this as a group. So I'm going to say record group 3. I'm going to hit the edit button for text, and we're going to call this blue backs. I hit enter. We see they're called blue backs. Now notice it not only stored the intensity, but it also stored color. So if I release this and I say group 3 full, it will not only put them at full, but it will put them in that color. So it is storing all information. So now we're going to go to the next step and look at recording groups when dealing with moving lights. So I'm going to say 201 through enter full. I'm going to go to position. We're going to change tilt to give them a position. We're going to change zoom, which will be an edge parameter. We're going to go into color, and we're going to give them cyan. Now I can do record group text, and we'll call this cyan down center. And we can see that that's been labeled. We've got pan and tilt information, we have intensity, we have zoom, we have color. So I'll hit release, and if I see group 4 full, then there we have that data. We can look in our groups display. We can see the different groups that have been built. If I go to the cyan down center, then we can see all the data that we have here in the overview. We've got DMX values if we wish to look at it, timing, so you can set complex timing or timing per parameter in that particular group. We've got delay, we've got a channel grid where I'll change the view to classic so we can see this information. We can add, we can take away channels. So there's a lot of things we can do here. And again, in the overview, well, in any of these tables, they are editable. So you can change information, you can take information out, you can add information. That's all available to you. But what I want to talk about is making sure that when you build your groups, they're storing the information that you want. By default, they will hold all information for all attributes and all attribute families. So if I go under options and edit palette types, this is where that information can be changed. So if we look at this, we'll see a table, and we've got groups and attribute families and visionette presets listed as columns. Then as rows, we have the attribute families, and then in addition to that, we have all attributes. Now understand, this list is populated by what is patched. So it will show you attributes and families that are appropriate for this show file. So if we look at groups, we can see that it is indeed storing everybody. Position is only taking position information, color is only taking color, so on and so forth. Now you can adjust this as needed. It's very typical for position to want to include edge, so that you get the size of the beam as well as its location. So all you have to do is click on that and you can add edge. If you go down here, you can take out individual components of the family. So maybe you want edge, but you don't want to include diffusion, so you can take that out. A lot of people like to treat groups as just intensity collectors or intensity groups. For that, one would uncheck and get rid of all of the attribute families so that, and we'll go ahead and save this, And we'll close our groups display, and I'm going to release this, and I'm going to grab the same fixtures. I'll just do select previous, and I'm going to give them a value of full. We're going to make them yellow. We're going to give these guys some pan tilt values, and now I'm going to say record group, enter. We're going to release this, and now when I do group 5 full, we see that it only collected and applied intensity information because I turned off all of those other all of the attributes to be stored in the group. So I highly recommend that you set up your edit palette types as you want for your storage, and that should allow you to program exactly the way you want. So thanks for watching this Neo operational video for software version 3.7. Go to the Philip Strand website at www.strandline.com for many more videos on Neo programming and operation.